1 hour earlier. Fox 40 News starts now.
Developing tonight, we're digging deeper into startling allegations of murder-for-hire offers and bribery claims made by a former Madison County engineer.
But the timing of the release of all of this might make you wonder. Some of those allegations are months old, so why release it now? CJ Lemester has more.
Where we find our Melissa Faith Payne. She has a look at the situation right now. Melissa?
Yeah, Mike, I can barely hear you over the roar over this water here, and it's pretty impressive, as you can see for yourself. It's almost an attraction here in this area. Since we've been here, we've seen several people actually driving by to see for themselves where this water is gushing from. We were out here just last week. Even though the water is just as impressive now as it was last week, I can see where they've done some work here and they've made this hole a lot bigger out here. So what we're talking about is a 48-inch transmission line. That's what they're working with here. The Public Works Director said that these pipes have been here since the 1990s, and this is, he called it pre-stressed concrete, and he says it's a little bit of a challenge when it comes to doing the construction and the work that's going to be necessary here. You mentioned that it's broken in 3 different areas. They're going to have to go in and replace a section of pipe out here. So this is where they're going to be over the next several days starting tomorrow. We kind of took a look around at what's happening out here. Already you can see some things out here. They've got these orange barrels. No doubt they'll have dozens of these out here to keep people away and to keep the workers safe, probably shutting off this road as they're out here doing this work. Already huge pieces of equipment out here. That backhoe probably will be used to help make this area a lot bigger so that the crews can get in and do the work. And I'm just going to let you know what the conditions are like out here right now. You may not be able to see it, but over this way, some standing water. We have been fighting mosquitoes since we have been out here already, so that's something else that the workers will have to deal with as they are out here working on this area. Now there are two different construction companies that are going to be out here doing this work, and the purpose of that was they hired the 2 construction companies so they can get this work done in a timely manner. The idea is to cut the water off at 3 p.m. on Friday. Hopefully it'll be back on 3 p.m. on Sunday. That's why they have the 2 different independent construction work companies out here to be doing that. And of course, once that happens, they'll put that boil water notice in effect. And Mike, we're going to be out here all throughout the special, bringing you updates and just kind of giving you a live look at where all of this is happening and what's going on. And we'll check back in with you just a little bit later. Mike?
Well, the time is ticking on getting a Department of Transportation budget finalized. Governor Phil Bryant has now set the special session date for June the 5th. Courtney Ann Jackson joins us live now from I-55 with the details on this really short timeline. Courtney Ann?
Yeah, Mike, you know, when we're talking about 40,000 people with little to no water over the weekend, and that includes local businesses. We're talking about restaurants. We're talking about all sorts of businesses, including area hotels, which are expecting to take a huge hit. Our Patrice Clark has that story.
Streets of New Orleans.
So let's show you some live pictures. Look at your own risk. These are from the French Quarter, and you can see it is still packed with thousands of partygoers. Of course, today is Fat Tuesday, the culmination of the 2-month carnival season all along the Gulf Coast. Now, more than 70 parades rolled through New Orleans alone during carnival season, with tens of thousands of maskers on board, throwing millions of beads and other trinkets. Still to come, we pay a visit to a historic African American museum, once a school for blacks, plus a sneak peek at Jackson's new Civil Rights Museum. Stick with us, we'll be back in just a moment. I did speak with managers at several of the area hotels who say they do expect an influx of local residents to try to check in to deal with this water crisis, and they say they are ready, willing, and waiting. Michael?
Switching gears now, a new tax proposal from President Trump. The White House unveiling a plan calling for business tax rates to be slashed, including on overseas corporate profits. Now, the administration says the plan will not add to the deficit, but Democrats and some Republicans are skeptical ahead of what will likely be a challenging fight to get a tax deal done on Capitol Hill. Ellison Barber is in Washington with the latest. Well, a little bit closer to home, let's take you outside now and give you a live look at what is happening out on the roadways using First alert traffic, we'll give you a live look at I-55 at Lakeland Drive, where traffic seems to be flowing pretty smoothly. No reports of any accidents or tie-ups anywhere in the metro. Just make sure that you slow it down and buckle up as you are heading out. Stick with us. You're watching Fox 40 News at 5:30. We'll be right back in just a moment.